Meet Paul Breach, another repulsive, utterly patronizing, and creepy TikTok personality. Looking at his cringe-worthy dance performances and revolting lip-sync videos, no one would believe that this man right here is 44 years old and also has a son. He likes to do childish things online, make silly cameos, and behave like a complete idiot. While these traits of Paul's personality are pretty disturbing and unsettling, his pedophilic behavior is the main reason the internet dislikes him. On multiple occasions, he had intentionally started conversations during live streams, knowing full well that children were watching his streams. He also has a habit of liking pictures of extremely young girls on Instagram and later giving dumb excuses like, "I liked the picture because the girl was a cancer survivor." Whatever we've heard about Paul so far makes it clear that this guy is bad news in bold letters. In this video, we'll take a deep dive into his story and discover some of the creepiest things he has done throughout his TikTok career. Let's get started. Who is Paul Breach? So Paul is a British man who was born on January 31st, 1980. He's almost 44 years old, but does not act like it. His entire internet persona is based on his childish behavior where he dresses up as a teenager, dances incoherently to music, and acts pretty messed up. Watch this video for instance, which he uploaded to his TikTok merely a few days ago. So that is the kind of content he usually pushes out aside from doing live streams and saying messed up things. We don't know exactly when he started on social media, but he created an account on TikTok named Beauty Beyond the Eye sometime in 2018. This account was also initially named Snapshot Eye. The primary purpose of this account was to show off Paul's photography skills, but unfortunately, it turned into a meme hub merely a few years later. This account that we're talking about currently has over 946,000 followers, with multiple videos garnering over 1 million views. If you go to his TikTok account and search through his oldest videos, you'll be surprised to know that most of them have millions of views.
I put some new shoes on and everybody's smiling and let's sing so right along. Shut up, money, a long time.
This clock is easy. All the good we need. I need a big boy. I want a big boy. Give me a big boy. Everything sucks. Just kidding. Everything is great. No, really, I haven't thought about my ex today. Oh, wait.
So why is he getting so much attention? If you opened TikTok 2 years ago, we are certain you would have stumbled on 1 or 2 utterly cringy videos of Paul Breach. He was on everyone's For You page. His content is neither interesting nor alarming. So how did he manage to get so much attention? Well, the reason is this video. Yes, this video. For some reason, this terrible rendition of George Ezra's Green Green Grass, which is a good song by the way, went crazily viral. Whether it was Paul's undeniably creepy way of dancing or some glitch in the system, the video turned into a meme overnight. It got so much attention that people started associating this song with Paul's face.
Undercover. God, he said,
The comment by a Reddit user, "I cannot listen to that song without thinking of his creepy red face. Why is it featured in every single TikTok edit of him?" perfectly sums up the situation. Even though he is widely known for this incident, there's another lesser-known video of Paul that also went viral in 2021. In this video, he could be seen singing a horrible song about Jack Grealish. For those who don't know who Jack Grealish is, he's a well-known English footballer with whom everyone was pretty much obsessed during the Euros. But nobody was ready for Paul's bizarre musical tribute to him. Watch the video to know what we're talking about.
Do you remember? Before the Euros, there was a footballer that nobody knows. Now it's the World Cup. And he scores his goal. His name was Jack. Jack Grealish. His name was Jack Grealish. And you're like, he's my bubba. Oh, he's my boo. Oh, he's my bubba. He's my boo. Come on, England.
This video, combined with the green grass video, contributed to Paul's online fame. He became insanely famous on TikTok. Even people who had no clue about the original drama found themselves wondering, who is this guy? And why is he all over my feed? His unexpected rise to internet stardom became one of the most bizarre moments that only social media could create. But Paul didn't stop there. Determined to keep his newfound fame alive, he leaned into the chaos and started posting even more bizarre content. His feed quickly filled with hilariously cringeworthy lip syncs, awkward dance routines, and over-the-top antics that were as absurd as they were creepy. Whether people loved it or hated it, they couldn't look away. Paul's strategy was simple: keep being unforgettably weird, and it worked.
Give me one margarita, I'ma open big. Give me 8 margaritas, I'ma give you some eggs. Give me 3 margaritas, I'ma put it in my puss. Give me 4 margaritas, I'ma put it in my tush. Give me 5 margaritas, I'ma get some plug. Give me 5 margaritas on binge. So weird, I cannot explain. Just think I do for you. Screw you know it's true. Stay with me, feel my. I'll be all you need.
While these videos look pretty harmless, they are somewhat concerning, given the fact that this man acting like a teenager is 44 years old. In almost all of his videos, he's dressed up in boyish clothes and acts very, very fake. To gain further from his popularity, Paul also decided to do cameos. It's somewhat of an internet trend where people often contact these Lolcow-type personalities, asking them to wish their friends happy birthday or send them messages. It's usually done as a joke or to mess around with people. There's a page on Cameo dedicated to Paul where it's clearly written that anybody can contact Paul to get a one-of-a-kind, customized video message, and this guy charged £27 per video. Here's a cameo that he did for a fan for £25. It's established that people on the internet are crazy. They're paying this guy to repeat other people's songs, wish their friend happy birthday, and act like a lunatic. They are literally spending their money to watch him do these weird things. It's unbelievable.
Here we go. Green grass, blue sky. Better throw a party on the day that I hope you joined in that rendition. Nobody's ever heard it. It's just a unique surprise to you and maybe the rest of the universe.
The videos Paul posted on his TikTok were mainly cringe-worthy dance performances. But the true material against him came mainly from his live streams, where he acted very unhinged. He had a habit of constantly making weird noises and talking like he was still in school. It's all very repulsive to watch.
Or if you're on the interweb, hot chocky wocky. So, gotta work. Gotta look at the colours of the rainbow. Colours of the rainbow. What the is that? Okay, like I've been painting fences. Katie Louis time. Bada bing. It's the way the world works. Hi guys. I forgot what I was doing.
This one live stream where his comments are off, but he's still pretending to answer questions is golden.
And my Snapchat, so you get all 3 for the price of 1. Somehow. Just gotta do that. Quince, I think I follow you on 2 counts, which means all my days. Queen, hi, Lily, hi. Which means, because we follow each other on 2 accounts, don't we? 2. Hey, my days. Katie, hi. What's the word gonna say there? There we go. I'm good, Taylor. My hand would fuck off. I'm even better. Amy,
Here's another one where he's once again making weird noises while vibing to his favorite song. Have you ever seen a grown man acting like this? There is something seriously wrong with this individual. He's either delusional to the point where he actually believes he's a teenager or doing these things deliberately to gain clout. At some point, he also used to pretend he had a girlfriend in his house. He would constantly pretend to talk to this imaginary girl and behave as if he had received messages from her.
Will you behave? No, don't shave it off. Will you behave yourself, babe? You know I'm going to be cautious. You know that, honey. You know it. So...
During one particular live stream where a person commented that there had been a plane crash in Tanzania, this is how Paul reacted.
Oh, there's a plane crash in Tanzania. Go on. Into the lake.
Not only that, Paul also had pretty severe gastric problems, as he was not able to control his farts even during live streams.
Who's Rage? Who?
At this point, Paul's content was just cringe, but it'll soon turn extremely creepy and unsettling. As Paul started gaining followers, he also started attracting a lot of trolls to his account. While his account appeared pretty harmless, people knew there was something suspicious and off-putting about this individual. When they started digging, they found his Facebook account. And on this account, they found numerous photos and posts featuring a young-looking girl who was allegedly pregnant with Paul's baby. A TikTok account named AbsoluteMelt22 posted a series of screenshots from Paul's original Facebook account. In these screenshots, an extremely young girl was featured alongside Paul, who was 28 years old for the record. People immediately began speculating about the age of this girl. Interestingly, they stumbled upon her birth date, which was November 1990. So this girl was no more than 17 when these pictures were taken, and she looked clearly pregnant in these images. The fact that they could be together even when she was younger than 16 makes this whole situation even more bizarre. What is troubling in this whole situation is the fact that Paul, aside from being a predator, could also be a groomer. Many people believe that he was in a relationship with this girl even when she was a minor by law. Now, before you jump up with disgust thinking why this creep is not in prison for impregnating a 17-year-old kid, hold on a second. The UK law states that it's completely all right to date and have consensual sex with a 16-year-old individual. In the UK, a 16-year-old girl is seen as an adult. Even in the US, the age of consent in most states is still 16. While Paul did nothing wrong legally, nobody can deny that being interested in a 16-year-old girl when he was almost 30 was still creepy. It was morally wrong and concerning on so many levels. In fact, when Paul was asked about it by another YouTuber, he shamelessly accepted that the girl was not 16 but 17, like it makes any difference. As of now, there's no hard-backed evidence to prove these allegations. Even if there was evidence, nobody could do anything to Paul besides thinking he was a disgusting creep, as there is nothing legally wrong in what he did. Next, people stumbled upon various other things that made it certain that Paul was interested in minors. For instance, Paul was caught liking pictures of a young girl in a bikini. A 44-year-old man liking pictures of a 15-year-old girl is definitely unnerving. What was he doing stalking her account? And why did he specifically like pictures that were in the bikini? This rings huge alarm bells. People confronted Paul on this situation as they were already pretty disgusted with him, and he conveniently lied, saying something very unbelievable. According to Paul, he liked the pictures of that girl because she was a cancer survivor, and also added that he will continue to like her pictures to support her.
Your pictures. I will also say the ladies' pictures that I've liked, like I said this morning, she suffered with cancer when she was growing up. So I will like her prom pictures because she survived to be a prom. I will like the other pictures because she was confident at posting, even though she's recovered and was recovering from cancer. The other lady's picture, guess what? She suffers a long-term health issue where she has to go to hospital. Every 3 months, 6 months or whatever it is, bless her. And I've done lives with her. So I like her photos too. Who the f*** would have thought? Doc. duck. I'll keep doing it.
So in Paul's opinion, it's important to like bikini-clad pictures of a minor in order to support them as a cancer survivor. It makes zero sense. Not only that, his following on Instagram account is also pretty disturbing. Currently, he has over 92,000 followers on Instagram, and if you open his following tab, you'll mostly find scantily clothed young girls. 90% of the people he follows on Instagram are teenagers or women no older than 20. Someone also confronted him on Instagram asking why he was liking pictures of young girls, but he again dodged the question. According to him, he did not pay heed to these allegations because he did not want to spread negativity. Here are some screenshots of the conversation between this individual and Paul. In these screenshots, it's clear that Paul was the one who initiated contact with this individual. Yet almost immediately, he turned the tables and shifted the blame, claiming she was the one who approached him. This behavior isn't an isolated incident, it's a pattern. Paul has reportedly done this with numerous other girls. He often starts the conversation himself, interacts with them, and then twists the narrative, insisting that they were the ones who messaged him first. What's worse is his apparent belief that he has the right to message anyone who follows him, regardless of whether they welcome the interaction. This sense of entitlement has left many feeling uncomfortable, but Paul doesn't seem to care. Adding to the controversy are accusations about his behavior during live streams. Many have pointed out that Paul seems to interact exclusively with women in his live sessions, blatantly ignoring male viewers or anyone not fitting his preferred audience. When confronted about this bias, Paul's response was dismissive, dripping with sarcasm, and quite demeaning.
Why do you only talk to girls in the comments? Because it's only the girls that are commenting, and if it's a comment from a guy, I say hi. I don't know. Maybe because I'm dating them all and we're having babies. Only to the ones I'm married to, which is all of them.
On multiple occasions, he has DM'd girls during live streams, picked out young girls from his following and messaged them, and even sent voice notes to young women. During one live stream, he even reiterated how he stopped the live stream to communicate with a young girl he spotted in the comments. He basically stopped the live stream mid-session to call and talk to this girl. In his own words, he wants to meet new people on Instagram and talk to them. However, he does not clarify why the people he wants to socialize with are always extremely young girls.
I said that I'd phone someone on Instagram, so I left to phone someone on Instagram. Just have a little conversation with her, bless her. So, because I like it. Because that's what I get to do on the internet. I get to pop off for 2 seconds, speak to somebody I've never spoken to, and, like, kiss me, Kirsty. Hello, Kirsty, how are you?
He also had a habit of often inviting young women to join his live chats. He once posted a video on his TikTok asking his followers to send him naked feet pictures, saying that he would repost the best one. This is not the only time he has shown an overt obsession with feet. Earlier in his TikTok career, he had posted numerous dancing feet videos that were just very uncomfortable to watch. It's widely known that Paul mainly followed young girls on social media. So when he asked his followers to send him pictures of their bare feet, it didn't sit well with many people. The request was made with immediate backlash, as most people couldn't imagine how such a bizarre demand could come from a place of innocent intentions. After all, who in their right mind would ask for feet pictures and expect this demand to be taken lightly? When confronted with the controversy, Paul attempted to brush off the allegations. He insisted that there was nothing inappropriate about his request and claimed that those who accused him of having ulterior motives were simply projecting their own dirty minds. According to him, the entire thing was just a playful and cool game meant for fun, not something to be taken so seriously.
With your pet, your happiest moment, you try and get some confidence in putting your photo out there and going, hi, this is me. Bit of fan interaction, follower interaction, as you will, friend interaction. So when I did that game and said, show me a picture of your feet, whether wearing slippers, socks, horrible, naked feet, send it to me. Or with a funny face, or do this, or with your hand. People then take that as being very sexual and anything else, because that seems to be what is in their mind all of the time. I'm so sorry that's how you think, and that anything that somebody does or fun is for sexual reasons. I can't help that that's the way your brain works. My brain works as in that was a cool game. I like to interact with people who spend time wanting to get to know me. So that's why I do that game. And I will do that game again, because it's a way for you to become confident. You see me, I'm the one who's talking to you all the time. It's time to get to know you. And the way I can get to know you is if I see your face, pulling a funny face, or with your boyfriends, or with your girlfriends, smiling, being happy. I do apologise that some of you don't seem to get that. And maybe I didn't make that clear, where in your own world, if you have to...
If that is not enough, Paul has also been accused of instigating sexual conversations during his live streams. These conversations are often completely unnecessary and disturbing, given the fact that most of his audience is underage.
And we were in her house. We were in her bedroom. And she wished me to go down there, so I obliged. But as I headed down there, the overriding, vile, disgusting smell that walked into my face at the time made me think of my life choices, and I have never panicked so much in my life. It was disgusting. It was vile, and I literally didn't do anything, quickly got dressed, walked out the house and caught the bus home. It was the most vilest smell. Oh, it was horrendous. It was disgusting. Obviously she had something, but no, I don't even remember what her name was. No. But I'm the guy that doesn't do one-night stands. So if you find that person, the real person who'd come and have a real conversation with me, who I had a one-night stand with, good luck with that one, because I'm a relationship guy.
In one of his TikTok videos, Paul also narrated an incident where he was once catfished by a 19-year-old girl. So a girl merely 19 years old once commented on his Instagram Live, telling him to check his DMs. He checked his DMs, interacted with the girl, and invited her for geocaching. For those who don't know what geocaching is, it's a dull and boring recreational activity where you go to the mountains and locations like that to look for hidden containers called caches. However, when Paul went to meet the girl, he instead found a guy along with her who threw something at his face and ran away. Paul was very upset at this incident and even threatened to report the involved individuals to the police. He uploaded this video hoping to get sympathy, but people got furious with him for trying to meet up with a 19-year-old girl in the first place.
It's ridiculous. It's bullshit. Alright? Yes, for the first time today, somebody decided to get out of the car. No, in fact, a lady who's on my Instagram, who actually, because I've got the messages, love, haven't I? You did say, look at your DMs when we're on a live Instagram chat, didn't you? So I did. And you said, oh, let's go and meet for some geocaching, because I was geocaching at the time. Oh yes, that's what you said. Then, where can you meet me? Oh, there's a church in that village, we'll meet there, because that's what there is in that village. Turns out, you want to meet me so your mate can go over there and try and record me and say I'm talking to, 16-year-old girls, which I'm not. And then when I say, oh, well, let's go to the police and talk about it, you don't seem to want to do that. Then you throw some at me, and then you run off. Come on then, when you get to your car. Come on then, when you get to your car, sir. Wow, you are big, you are clever. Thank you. And the other one, the lady, you have a child. You're a mother. Fucking hell. Unbelievable. Oh, and sir, thank you for letting me see your registration number. Thank you. That was very nice of you. Ridiculous stuff. So, wow. You have some fun on here, don't you? It's very bizarre behaviour. Yeah, if I punched you, I'd be in trouble. But I couldn't punch you because you ran off to your car, didn't you? You ran off to your car going, yeah, come on then, mate. Seriously. What's up, man? This app is completely up. People completely up. Metal on. Yeah, you won't see me on live chats. I think I'm bored of shit. That's weird behaviour. Weird mental behaviour. And then lots of people are like, well done, well done. Yeah, weird. It's weird, strange behaviour from a lot of you. Craziness. Well done. Proud of you.
The boy also filmed Paul and uploaded the video of their interaction to the internet sometime later. It turned out the guy actually threw Billy Bear ham at Paul. Interestingly, people widely believe that Paul and Billy Bear ham look strikingly similar. Someone once even posted a picture of Paul pasting on a slice of Billy Bear ham to Reddit, and we agree that the similarity is uncanny.
Boy, why do you fuck 16-year-old girls? What? Why do you fuck 16-year-old girls? 16? Huh? Who's 16? Why are you filming this? Should we go talk to the police? Should we go to the police? No, can we do this on the police? Why are you trying to...
Oh, no way.
What then? What then? Talk to me then.
Sometime after this incident, while talking to another content creator, Paul discussed in detail how this girl approached him for geocaching.
But that brings me on to the point of when you met up with one of these to go geocaching, was it? Geocaching?
Geocaching.
And they threw a Billy Bear ham at your face?
As long as you give me the 2 seconds to speak about that.
Yeah.
So, question. All right, she was 19. Paul, why are you going geocaching with a 19? Well, because it's geocaching. It's a walk in the countryside, finding something, move on to the next thing. It's not uber exciting. But if the person pops into Instagram live chats for months, integrating herself with people who are on a live chat, talking about families and doing that, in the live chat saying, oh, let's meet up for a geocache, I've sent you a message, and then I read the message and go, okay, let's go and do.
His explanation sounds problematic, as it gives us a clear insight into his feelings about his followers. He closely observes the comments on his live streams, spots young and vulnerable individuals, and tries to contact them directly. While it's no crime to talk to your followers, but given the record of Paul, as we all know how he got a teenager pregnant and possibly groomed her, we cannot trust him around teens and vulnerable individuals. This behavior would still have been acceptable if he was 25 or 30 years old. The fact that he is 44 years old and showing interest in girls almost 20 years younger than him is problematic. Why can't he go geocaching with a woman his own age? In fact, in one video, he even said that he won't ever date a 43-year-old woman. This guy also happens to have a son, and nobody has ever seen Paul mention him or try to meet him. A lot of people believe he does not see his son at all, or simply does not bother with him. To add to the mounds of dirt against Paul, a few voice notes also started surfacing online that clearly presented Paul in an extremely bad light.
Very important question. What is your favourite colour balloon? I know, deep. And what are your thoughts on walking, exploring, adventuring, the great outdoors?
In this particular voice note, Paul can be heard suggesting to a girl that they meet up for geocaching. It's unclear whether he's addressing the same girl who allegedly catfished him or someone else entirely. However, the key takeaway here is that Paul was the one who initiated the idea of meeting up, something he has repeatedly denied in the past. Despite this evidence, Paul has often tried to shift the blame for the catfishing incident onto the girl, claiming that she was the one who suggested the meetup. This voice note directly contradicts that narrative, exposing yet another inconsistency in his version of events. Next, another leaked voice note surfaced on the internet that Paul sent to a 17-year-old girl.
Yeah, I'm okay. Social media can just be a disgusting place sometimes. And I'm living a stalked lifestyle at the moment, which I can tell you is not fun.
Now you may wonder, what is wrong with this note? Well, while Paul said nothing wrong and suggestive in this particular voice note, he slid into this teenager's DM uninvited, which makes the situation concerning. The girl never personally contacted Paul. She most likely commented on his live stream, and considering how Paul is, he contacted her directly through DM, which is unethical. The only defense that Paul presented against these allegations time and again was that he was doing nothing illegal. The majority of the girls he interacted with on social media were above the legal age of consent. However, the fact that he got someone pregnant at the very young age of 17 was still bugging people. People often messaged him asking why he was in a relationship with a 16-year-old girl. They would also often comment on his live streams, teasing him about the situation. Every time he was confronted with this information, he neither denied nor accepted it. Instead, he responded in extremely bizarre and non-serious ways. At one point, someone messaged him asking about the allegations, and he clearly mentioned that he was in love with his baby's mother and remained in a relationship with her for years. To prove Paul's predatory instincts, a girl 15 years of age also came forward through a TikTok account named @BoozieAmaniac. It's important to mention that this TikTok account was quite active in spreading awareness about Paul's weird pedophilic behavior. The girl operating this account was also pretty active on the subreddit dedicated to discussing Paul's antics. So a minor girl reached out to this TikToker and shared some screenshots showcasing Paul's messages to her. This girl was reportedly suffering from an ovarian disease, and Paul sent her a motivational message, hoping to slide into her DM. The girl, however, did not respond to Paul and decided to make these messages public.
I said I was taking a break last night and I was going to, and then I got this message and it knocked me sick. Essentially, a minor has contacted me to let me know that Paul was messaging them because they were sick, and this is the second time we have seen him do something similar. Allegedly, he was also messaging a girl who had cancer and liking their photos. Obviously, I have made the screenshots so you cannot tell who they are because they are a minor. Pause to read. I then went and did a bit of due diligence before responding to the messages to make sure I wasn't being had and the post is legit. You can tell she's a child in the post because she mentions school. Pause to read. Obviously this kid's got a good head on her shoulders because she blocked him straight away and knew not to respond. She also then went and checked her archive on her story and had posted photos of herself in her school uniform that day that Paul had viewed, so he knew she was a child. How anyone can keep excusing this bloke is beyond me. Paul, if you're watching, even if it's a nice message, it is not okay to message minors on Instagram. Stop it.
It's unnerving because Paul never ever sent motivational messages to an adult woman. It's always the young girls he wants to message and go geocaching with. He received quite a backlash when these screenshots went viral, because now people had proof that Paul also innocently messaged minor girls aside from reaching out to girls of legal age. Someone also once ordered a cameo of Paul for a 15-year-old girl, and this is what Paul said in a cameo.
Dolly. Hello, love. Hello, duck. Hello, babe. Hello, honey. Hello, sweetie. Hello, cupcake. Hello, my little delectable princess. Hello, my queen. Hello, my bubs. Hello, my boo-boo-boo. Hello, my little rhododendron. This is basically a birthday shout-out from Holly via me and my words. You are incredible. Never stop being incredible, babe, and incredible babs, and incredible you. Never stop being so sweet and incredibly fantastic. Never stop smiling and living life. You're cool. You're beautiful. You're amazing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dolly. Happy birthday to you, Babs, sweetie, cupcake. My little woo-woo-woo, my little boo-boo-boo. My little candle. Stay amazing and never stop. Again, a message from Holly to me, to you, love. You incredible dog.
It is cringe and disturbing. Why would a sane grown adult call a 15-year-old girl cupcake, babe, and honey? It's pathetic and very uncomfortable to watch. At one point, Paul also doxed a woman for posting an awareness message regarding him. So a Facebook user named Nikki Hughes made a post on September 7th, 2022, warning parents of young individuals about Paul's antics. Fortunately, this message started circulating all around Norwich. However, this public service message did not sit well with Paul. He allegedly contacted the workplace of this woman via email and said that she was trying to spread malicious rumors about him, and also dubbed her statements slanderous and abhorrent. This woman took to Reddit to share the screenshot of this email, and people were amazed at Paul's audacity. Interestingly, before blowing up on social media, Paul also used to work at a care home. In his own disgusting words, he used to put fingers in the mouths of the residents. Not only that, he also called a 101-year-old patient lush for some reason.
Try and put, when someone is having a hypo, try and put your fingers on my mouth who can't hear you to rub, like, Lucozade and stuff mixed into their gums and having them wake up while you're trying to, never mind, trying to explain that bad boy while the nurse is around and everybody's around trying to, hi guys. Bless her. She was lush. 101 she passed away.
But hold on, because it gets even more weird. On another occasion, he shared with his followers how he used to kiss residents in the care home on the cheeks and give them hugs. While Paul shared this information hoping to get appreciation, he received tremendous backlash. Like minors and young teenagers, the residents in the care home are also quite vulnerable, and most of them are unable to give consent.
A resident a hug. I will give a side cheek kiss on the top of the head because I am an affectionate carer. So I am an affectionate carer. That's me. Side cheek, hug, people, treat them like human beings. Welcome to me. I advise you, give your residents a cheek kiss on the forehead. Like that. Cheek, face, do that. So I will hold a resident's hand. I will hug a resident. And I will side kiss a resident if they need that love and support. I will do that. I will always do that. I have always done that. For those that say it's unprofessional, it's not. Enjoy. Enjoy how you do things, and I will enjoy the people who I know who care for people in a loving, tender way. So for all those that continuously come at me for, I will always side kiss on the forehead of somebody who needs that love and attention at that moment, in a professional way. Give a resident a hug. I will give a side.
Paul boasted about kissing a vulnerable elderly without taking their permission is disgusting. When people got infuriated at this information, he got all defensive. During a live stream, he mentioned how he was once hired twice at a care home and even got promoted, despite the management knowing he kissed and hugged the residents. His argument was simple. Kissing and hugging sick and vulnerable individuals is completely all right and makes him a kinder person.
A warning, you might not like or you might disagree with what I say in this latest video. I love care. I've been a carer for a very long time. Until now, where I do social media, but when I eventually go back to being a carer, it's my passion, it's what I enjoy thoroughly doing. Though I believe that to be a fantastic carer, you have to show empathy. You have to show respect, you have to show dignity, right choice and all the stuff like that. But you also have to treat that person like a family member. Treat them like a human being. Not like somebody who's been dumped in a care home or been placed in a care home or has to be in a care home because there's nowhere else for that person to go. So I will hold a resident's hand. I will hug a resident. And I will side kiss a resident if they need that love and support. I will do that. I will always do that. I have always done that. For those that say it's unprofessional, it's not. Enjoy. Enjoy how you do things, and I will enjoy the people who I know who care for people in a loving, tender way. The carers that looked after my mum showed her love and affection like she was.
Now, after all the backlash he received on the internet, he decided to make some rules for his social media followers. He said that if people, specifically girls, wanted to talk to him, they must put their age in their bios, and they must also follow him in order to talk to him on Instagram Lives. Despite making these phony rules, he added and talked to young girls during live streams countless times. So we can say that everything about this guy is just a facade. Throughout his TikTok career, he also collaborated with countless questionable individuals. His very first collaboration was with an OnlyFans model, Astrid. Later, Paul got in contact with another OnlyFans model, and their interactions took an extremely nasty turn. So this girl's name was Grace, and she was 19 when she met up with Paul. Reportedly, Paul offered to do a photo shoot for Grace, and we can all figure out what kind of photo shoot this could be, given Grace's profession and Paul's history. However, after this photo shoot, Grace accused Paul of various things. According to her, throughout their interaction, Paul was very suggestive and inappropriate. In Grace's own words, Paul tried to inappropriately touch her and passed various nasty remarks. She also admitted sometime later that Paul allegedly also had sex with her. Grace also revealed a few call recordings that clearly suggested that they were planning to have some kind of sexual interaction.
I've got nothing to hide.
So I don't think I can post that without Paul's permission. But Paul, if you're watching this and you give me permission, because you've got nothing to hide, I can post them, right? Because you've got nothing to hide. Basically, I know everything on the internet is like utter crap, but I just need to be like completely certain about this. Like, there's a girl obviously accusing you of giving her an STD, which is probably completely untrue. But wait, just wait.
No.
Can I just finish what I'm saying first? Do I need to be concerned at all?
Grace, I've slept with 3 people in the last 15, 16 years. The last person I slept with was the person I was in a relationship twice last year.
So I don't need to be
You don't
worried.
have to worry in the slightest.
Okay, good. Just because.
In another voice recording, Grace can be heard telling Paul that she suffers from mental health issues and also has a care coordinator. The troubling thing about this recording is the fact that Paul did not try to back out from their arrangement even after learning this information. Imagine this, you're doing a photo shoot for an autistic girl almost 25 years younger than you in a hotel room. This does not sound right at all for Paul. This controversy did not go well for Grace as well, as many people believed she set the whole thing up herself. However, Paul, being a middle-aged guy, should have been more responsible here. When he was confronted on this matter, he blatantly said that he was not ashamed of doing a photo shoot with Grace.
I'm not ashamed of taking those photos. They were really nice photos. The only photos I took. Outside.
Paul's erratic behavior and damaged reputation likely took a toll on his family as well. Reports suggest that he used to live with his stepfather and stepbrother, but they allegedly asked him to move out due to the controversies surrounding him. Despite this, Paul reportedly tried to maintain the illusion that he wasn't homeless, claiming instead that he was camping in the wilderness. For several months, he was frequently seen in a tent during his live streams.
Why am I in a tent? Because I'm wild camping. I'm adventurizing. Grown man, by the way. Thank you for checking. Did you see me in the shower? If it was cold water, please understand.
He was also spotted wandering the streets aimlessly on numerous occasions.
She said, green, green grass.
Guys, we're on our way to go see Paul Breach. The pedal. This is so exciting. Oh, I think he's talking to someone. Y'all see that over there? Yeah. Y'all see him? Yeah.
Interestingly, almost every time someone spotted him, he was on the phone or maybe pretending to be on the phone. While Paul was busy pretending he was not homeless, a post popped up regarding Paul on a Facebook community group. And beneath this post, Paul's stepbrother commented, confirming that he had been kicked out of his home. Paul had a considerable following on TikTok and Instagram. On countless occasions, he had also boasted about how much he was earning from social media. However, when he left his home, he was practically on the streets, which made it clear that his social media earning was not that good after all. Even after all the backlash he received on a daily basis, he continued to behave like a lunatic. People were so annoyed and disgusted by his creepy antics that they began confronting him in real life as well. At one point, a few boys confronted him outside a grocery store, and their interaction was not at all nice.
With beauty beyond the eye.
There's a video.
Yeah. Say I'm a
Enjoy yourselves. Alright, you ready?
You're
Go on.
Yo. What?
Shall I even hear you? No, we can both have fun. We might as well both have fun, can't we? To be honest. Go on. Don't hide your face.
What are you saying?
There you go.
Can you post me on TikTok?
No.
I swear you're a
saying? I'm loving it. Loving it, bless you. You're having fun, aren't you?
You sit on your life and pretend to talk to people that aren't there, bro.
I message you. Oh, bless you. Have fun recording, right? Allowing this on your... Having fun?
Yeah, bro.
It's a bit strange behaviour, lads, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie.
You sit on your life and pretend to talk to people that aren't there, bro.
Very strange behaviour, boys. It's really strange behaviour, lads.
I swear. Alright, in a bit.
During the time when he was homeless, he stayed at various hotels and also crashed at other people's houses. An 18-year-old girl called Nikisha came forward sometime later, claiming that Paul had stayed at her place for a considerable amount of time. She posted a TikTok video reiterating the experiences she had with Paul. In this video, she also claimed that Paul had inappropriately touched her and made disgraceful comments about her clothes multiple times.
Paul was never inappropriate with you, but he wasn't inappropriate in other ways. Like, have you got any sort of examples or ideas?
Well, I'd say just like touching stuff. He'd come up behind me. I'd be sat on the sofa and he'd come and put his hands on like my shoulders and move them down my back, massaging me. And then he would come up to me and touch my face and my nose and be like, "No one else has to touch this because this is mine," kind of thing. And then, yeah, and obviously the comments on what I was wearing and the comments about boys that I was seeing.
While Paul was banned from TikTok for a while after the Grace controversy, he has returned to the platform and is making even more cringe and bizarre videos. These days, Paul's favorite fetish is dressing up as a woman and dancing to different songs. Since his social media views are declining day by day, he is doing everything he can to chase clout. He appears as a man who wants to be relevant at all costs.
F-O-B-E, the way you feel best to me at your lips, like, but I want it.
So, bear with me. I'm here to apologise. I believe that I have set unobtainable body goals to you, discerning public. It is all smoke and mirrors, to be honest. I know some of you have tried to aspire to this physique and it's not really achievable, and that is not right of me to make you think that you could achieve this build. So I apologise. It is just all not real. It's not a real thing. It's just tricked and stuff, and I'm sorry. I hope that one of you can forgive me for setting targets that you plainly can't get near. So keep believing yourselves.
As far as we know, there have not been any legal proceedings against Paul. However, he has built a solid reputation online as a creep and a pedophile. While the allegations against Paul have not been proven in a court of law, his unethical and completely unacceptable interactions with young individuals continue to fuel the widespread hate and disdain people have for him. In response to these concerns, there have been petitions circulating to have him removed from social media platforms. Advocates for these petitions argue that his online presence poses a risk, as it could potentially allow him to exploit young and vulnerable individuals in the future. These movements highlight the growing demand for stricter regulations to hold individuals accountable for harmful behavior in digital spaces, particularly when it involves the safety of minors.